from my inner child. In case we haven't met yet, I'm Jess. I'm the sole founder of Life in Confidence. And my inner child is really showing me to see life as a game. And that's what I encourage you to do too, if you choose to live in a completely different reality. And what do I mean by this? It's really easy for you and I to get bogged down in the seriousness of life, such as paying bills, being responsible for things, making sure that things get done, and so forth. So what if we could start seeing these mundane tasks and being an adult in a playful state with a different approach, using the lens of the inner child? Not the wounded inner child, but the inner child that is happy and whole and is full of life and vibrancy and just wants to have fun. So I approach this in my life, and I could see that there was a massive shift in my reality. I got tested big time when it came to money. I received a text from my property manager that my rent was in arrears for 2 weeks and that I have to make 2 lump sum payments of 560. And I looked at that text and laughed and said, "Are you kidding me?" I'm pretty sure that my rent is always paid on time because it's direct debited weekly. So I laughed at it because I just knew this was a joke. So it's easy to get caught up in the seriousness of that message. Oh my God, I owe money. Oh my God, how did that happen? Oh my God, that's money, unnecessary money given to the agency. I could have easily operated from that way if I was really hooked to my wounded inner child, because I was brought up where I had to work very hard for money by going to the markets on the weekend as a kid and as a teenager and witnessing my parents how they made money the old way, hard labor, and living in a home where there was rats, there was leakage in the ceiling, and it didn't really feel like a home because it wasn't that spacious. So those were my memories as a little girl. And on top of that, there was coldness in my parents' marriage. So where I am now, I've created a different reality where I'm living in a spacious, beautiful apartment in Bondi Beach where I can play, I can have fun, and I'm surrounded by incredible, beautiful soul sisters and communities that I was able to tap into in my adult life because I chose to create this in my reality. So when I choose to approach my life as a game, and I looked at the text message and I'm like, yeah, this is a joke, because I just know the truth is I always pay my rent on time. So I didn't let that scare me. And I tried to contact the agent about the text message and never heard back from him. I went to the agency in person and asked to speak that property manager who sent me that text. He wasn't physically there. And then he emailed me to apologize. Sorry about the text, that was a system error. You don't owe any money. Your rent is not in arrears. However, there is a rental increase. and this increase will occur in 2 months' time, and this is the amount. And again, I was being tested, and I was like, yeah, sure, I'm up for it. I'll pay for the increase. I don't care. I don't care. And because I love where I live. I love the lifestyle that I have. So for me, I see it's worth paying for. I see it's worth paying for $70 a week in my rental increase for this home, for this lifestyle. And I know that I'm able to provide that. And I know that whatever I want and need, it's always provided, if not tenfold, more than I ever expected. Because I see life as a game, in a way where I do not need to get caught up in the seriousness of being scared of money, being scared of taking on responsibilities, being scared to make sure that I pay the bills on time and fulfill my duties as a coach, as a healer, as a friend, as a daughter, and so forth. I embrace the challenge. I'm going to make magic happen, and I know it. Because life is a game. And that's the reality I choose to see it. And it's exciting, it's fun, it's playful. And I notice when I operate from the inner child, this playful frequency of having fun in my life, being in the present moment, and not getting caught up in scarcity, and trust the abundance that life will provide me and is always providing me anyway, that there's nothing for me to be scared of. Everything is all provided. And I notice every time I laugh at the financial test, I get upgraded financially. Bang, 10,000 came through. Bang, another 10,000 came through. Bang, 2,000 came through. Bang, a few $100s came through. Another few $100s came through. Bang, 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 bang. Right? Because I said yes to the upgrades. I said yes, sure. I'll take it. I'll pay the $70 extra a week in my rental increase in 2 months. So it's not about being in fear. It's coming from a place of love, wholeness, consciousness, a high level of consciousness, knowing that you will always be supported and guided as long as you are in the present moment. So what would it take for you to connect with your inner child and play and see life as a game? You need to be in a high level frequency, energy, consciousness to play that game. If you are caught up in your trauma, in your past, and failures and mistakes, your frequency is heavy and low. You're going to constantly attract problems in your life. And these problems are showing you, wake up to a high level of consciousness. You do not need to tolerate these problems anymore. You do not need to engulf yourself with these problems. You can choose to raise your consciousness, your frequency, and play the game of life and see, okay, cool, all right, I'll take on that problem. All right, let me tune in. How can I manifest a certain amount of money to resolve this problem? How can I clear an emotional blockage to resolve this relationship issue? So it's coming from a place of being creative. Let your inner child speak to you to be creative and use your creativity to problem solve all of these things that is coming your way. So to be in a high state of consciousness and frequency to see life as a game and have fun with it. See it as an adventure, because that's what life is, if you choose to see it from the inner child perspective, right? So you need to feel that you are supported by communicating with your soul family every single day to support you with whatever problems or challenges or obstacles or tests that are showing up your way. Ask guidance. Whether it's through your soul family or a mentor, a coach, a healer, therapist that you trust that has successfully got results to get to the other side, so you can be guided in the right direction. So that's the first step. The second step is, what is it inside of you that needs to be transmuted and dissolved so you're not constantly reliving these patterns and behaviors from the wounded inner child? So if you feel called to work on these issues and patterns and behaviors and upgrade your reality, come along to my full moon ancestral trauma clearing circle. You can join me via Zoom or at my place if you're in Sydney, in Bondi Beach. Click on the link below and it will bring you to a different page to book your spot, to start breaking away some soul contracts in your ancestral lineage, and to start breaking away the burdens and the patterns that you've taken on from your parents and their parents and so forth that isn't serving you. I highly recommend it. There's also my Divine Empowerment Light Language audio, where you can listen to it whenever you feel called to. I do recommend listening to this every single day, because this will help you to create your heaven on earth with some strong visualization techniques. And I'll be speaking light language and infusing high frequency codes for you to attune to your higher timeline. So if you like to download and listen to that straight away, click on the link below to get that audio. And lastly, if you are in Adelaide or would love to join me in Adelaide, I'm running 2 events there. One is the Ancestral Karma Cleansing Activation and Talk at the Goodness Me Festival, which is a weekend multi-sensory holistic experience where you get to be in your body, mind and soul through in-house yoga, silent disco, Ayurvedic workshops, kirtan, conscious music with live DJs, and the list goes on and on and on. So click on the link below if you'd like to learn more and join me at the Goodness Me Festival. If you like more of a personalized experience, I will be hosting my Transforming Trauma 2-day workshop in Adelaide as well. And this is solely focusing on clearing and healing your past life trauma, ancestral trauma, childhood trauma, and any dysfunctionalities and patterns within yourself through family constellations, gestalt therapy, core and bioenergetics, trauma release processes, Tai Chi, body work, light language, galactic healing, sound therapy, chanting, code activations. The list goes on and on and on. So if you are up for this experience, click on the link below to learn more and to book your spot. So these 2 events in Adelaide are all held at the Riverdale Spiritual Healing Centre in Helios, South Australia. And there are limited tickets for Transforming Trauma 2-day workshop as well as accommodation. So if you are planning to fly in, or you just simply want to stay at the retreat, so it's easy access for you to save time and energy to get to the sanctuary room, which is where the workshop is held at the retreat center. We only have 4 bookings for a 1-night stay at the Riverdale Spiritual Healing Center. So please make sure you book that in. There will be meals provided during your stay as well. So click on the link, learn more, and book yourself in. So may you see life as a game. Loosen up, have fun. Do something that brings you into the present moment. How can you be present with yourself? That requires you to feel into your body, to shift and move the tension in your body, in your consciousness, in your energy levels, so you can be centered in the present moment. And communicate with your soul family to support you in this. Or perhaps you might need to see a mentor, a coach, a healer, a therapist to show you the way in this as well. So if you got something out of this video, I would love for you to subscribe to my YouTube channel, give this a like, comment below, and share it with your loved ones who need to hear this message. And may this serves you. It's time to connect with your inner child and finally have some fun in your life.